I recently got back from Gamescom and there were some amazing games on display, but when around 500,000 people are trying to see these displays, you have to pick your battles wisely and time correctly if you don't want to be stood around waiting for approximately 3 decades just to get a glimpse of a butthole. When the waiting is the main event, here are my top 6 Gamescom queues. At number 6 is the decidedly small yet perpetually irritating queue ran by the Sci-Fi Channel, one of the smallest queues if you wanted a taste of virtual reality. The queue was messy, disorganised and constantly interrupted so they could hand out energy drinks. I stood for an hour all on my lonesome just so I could watch a VR cutscene before being asked to leave because, surprise surprise, the queue was too long. Not really worth a spot in a top queues list, but it made me furious and I needed to tell Sci-Fi, for shame Sci-Fi, for shame. At number 5 is the queue for LEGO Dimensions, a game I have a lot of respect for, but not enough money to actually buy. You can meet the Doctor, Marty McFly and Scooby-Doo, so how can you not love it? However, being strategically placed next to the much larger queue of Batman VR, the long wait to play with virtual LEGO was worth it just to see the looks on other gamers' faces when they realised they were standing in the wrong queue and weren't about to wear the cowl anytime soon. At number 4 is the Fractured But Whole, gotta love the name. Waiting in that queue meant getting all sorts of glimpses into cool little items that feature in the collector's edition. They're all in little display cases around the queue. It passed the time, but not as much as the name. I'm gonna be honest, this is really only here so I can talk about the name, because the name is hilarious, bums are funny, and this is my video, so I can do what I want. Number 3 is Perfect World's free-to-play action MOBA Gigantic, which had a not-so-gigantic queue, ironically. The wait was always worth nipping to before heading for a real gauntlet queue. Fast, fun, and gave away freebies, Gigantic had the best budget-to-queue time ratio, and you can't really argue with that. In second place comes an entire hall of wonder and whimsy, the Family Hall, filled with retro systems and games from Pac-Man to Virtua Fighter on systems that would make your dad well up with nostalgia. It was the true Gamescom experience, a proper good time with your mates and the only place in the whole expo where someone would stop playing a game so you would have a go. I even got to meet my personal hero, Crash Bandicoot. Jolly good, 5-star gaming, good job world, you're not completely terrible. Okay Felix, all you have to do is go through that door there. No. Just go through that door there. No, go through that. So before we reach first place, I'm giving my dishonourable mention to the entirety of Sony VR. A queue so long that it almost took up half a hall. We travelled to Gamescom by car, a 420-mile journey, and in the time it took us to travel through 4 different countries, we would have only just signed up for VR. After that, we'd only want to go back to Gigantic anyway, so why would you even bother? For shame, Sony. For shame. So in first place is the best queue for the best game in the whole of Gamescom, Frog Climbers. I didn't get any footage of Frog Climbers because I was too busy cackling at how fun it was. It was the best, and it only ever had a queue of about 1 group. We also got to chat with the devs, and they were proper lovely, so it's worth giving that game a look when it's out on Steam this month. So that's our list. Tell us why we're wrong in the comments, and I'll read through and weep. Until next time, I've been Toby Cruz. Ta-ta.